So this is what a rejected company registration looks like in Bali right now. No error code, no explanation, just no. So 18 business categories just got cut off the foreign ownership this year. We run one of those businesses that's still standing on the right side of the line, but barely. And the reason this has happened isn't the reason you've been told. By the end of this video, you'll know if your business is one of the 18. Since we started this channel, a lot of you have messaged us asking how to structure ownership, how to buy land, how to actually build the villa you've been dreaming about here in Bali. If that's you, this video might change your plans. That's exactly why we're making it. Just to be clear, nothing in this video is financial or legal advice, and you should do your own due diligence and seek professional advice before you make any decisions. We run a PT PMA here, which is a foreign-owned company, real license, real staff. So this isn't a legal update I read somewhere. This is what we've been navigating over the last few months. So in late January this year, Bali's governor writes to the National Investment Ministry, BKPM, and asks them to shut the doors on foreign company registration in a set of low-risk categories. Here's the part that almost nobody says out loud. This wasn't aimed at foreigners doing business. It was aimed at foreigners who weren't. Shell companies, PTPMAs registered on paper with nothing real behind them, set up for one reason: to get an investment kit, a residency visa, wearing a business license as a costume. Somebody's fake company is why your real one just got harder to run. In May, in the third week, OSS started blocking applications. The OSS, which is the online single submission, is Indonesia's centralized digital platform used to apply for business licenses and get a business identification number, KBLI. No announcements. If you were mid-application, you found out by hitting the wall or being told by your business partners or your notary, not by reading the news. In July, it's made official. 18 KBLIs, which is the Indonesian Standard Industrial Classification Codes, but that number is doing a lot of lying by admission. It's every activity sitting inside two risk tiers: low risk and medium low risk. 18 is the label, the actual footprint is bigger. Small hotels, real estate, cafes, vehicle rentals, retail, gyms, consulting, tailoring, some travel and sports operators. If you're in one of those at the low risk tier, this is you. Not eventually, it's right now. Now here's where half the internet gets this wrong, including people who should know better. KBLI 55203 for villas, short-term rental, has never been open to direct foreign ownership. Not now, not before this. That restriction is old news. So here's what people actually did instead. They registered a PTPMA under KBLI 68111, real estate, and used that code as the legal basis to hold the property. Not a villa license, a real estate license doing a villa's job. That's the workaround, and it's worked because 6111 wasn't restricted until this year. That's what's actually new in 2026, not the villa code that was never available. So nothing changed there. It's the code that was quietly holding these structures together. Real estate, 68111, that just went dark for the new PTPMA registrations. So if you're planning a new villa purchased through a PTPMA, the door you already knew was closed isn't the problem. The other one, the one you were actually walking through, is. So does that kill your existing company? Straight answer, no. Valid licenses issued before this hit, you'll keep operating, nothing retrospective. But, and this is the trap, the exposure isn't in your existing license, it's in what you touch next. Amendments, new applications, data updates on OSS. Every time you interact with the system, you reopen the door to a rule that didn't exist when you walked through it the first time. Hospitality, food and beverage, wellness, digital, still open. Medium high risk and high risk activities, untouched. Regardless of sector, this is a scalpel, not a wall. Now, the second a restriction like this lands, You know what shows up in every expat Facebook group within a week. Just put it in under local PT, use a nominee, let the paperwork say one thing while the money does another. I'm not a lawyer, this isn't legal advice, but I've sat in enough for those conversations to tell you the truth. Routing real ownership through someone else's name has actually documented enforceability limits under Indonesian law. Common practice and legal enforcements are not the same sentence. Don't copy a structure because it's common. Get your own notary, get your own opinion. That's the whole point of this section. Go check your KBLI code against the current risk tiers today before you touch anything else in OSS. Drop your code in the comments. I'll tell you straight if it's one of the 18. The registration block isn't the thing to watch anymore. Most of you already passed that step. What matters starting around June is enforcement. Field inspections, BKPM and the provincial governments checking whether your license matches what you're actually doing. Check your tier. Don't touch OSS unless you have to. Get legal advice before you build anything new, not after. License amendments, virtual offices, the KBLI migration deadline, still unresolved. When they land, so does the next video. Subscribe if you'd rather hear it from someone with actual skin in the game than a panic headline. So just a short update on what's happening here in Bali. Until the next time, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.